What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Zach. Listen to me, and listen to me really good, because I know a lot need to hear this. And unfortunately, again, yes, I'm gonna have to say this. Now, this isn't towards anyone, in certain. I'll put it that way. But I've saw this happen with quite a few people, and you know what has happened to me as well. Many times. In fact, I've had it happen for over 36 years, almost 37 years in October 15th to be exact. I'll be 37. And I've had a wheelchair since I was about 3 years old. And I've noticed a lot more since I've turned 18. I noticed a lot more from when I turned 18 and I started driving. And from 18 on to now, how judgmental a lot of people are. And like I said, there's so many good people out there that don't judge, that see you for who you are, no matter what your disability is. It's kind of like, it's like my buddy that I told you about, who calls me his big brother. As I call him my little brother. And I've known him 10 plus years. And I stuck up for him. Because somebody was being a bully. And said, man, if you tell anybody I'm bullying you, you won't be here no more. Like, you're gonna be dead. And when he told me that, I thought, nope, not on my watch. And I stepped in. And I had his mom meet me and bring him to bring him to where I was, to the location that I was at, which was at the mall. And long story short, we walked into one store and he got really nervous. I said, little brother, trust me, we got this, and we'll get this taken care of. And long story short, we found where because he told me where his teacher worked, and where one of his teachers also worked at that establishment. And introduced me, then I told her all that told her all that I knew. And all he had to do was give a name. And then after that, long story short, as he got ready to leave, when his mom picked him back up, he just said, "Thank you. Thank you, big brother." And then, at first I really didn't think anything of it, because I'm just someone that tries to be helpful to everyone. I try to help everyone. That's why I'm here on YouTube, motivation, inspiration, and I try to help everyone I can get through anything that you or they go through or have also been through. And long story short, yes, I've also been through a hell of a lot of things too. You may not understand all that I tell you that I've been through. But again, we only know someone's name, not their story. But we all have a 100% different and also 100% true story about us. And yes, I am making this a working paying job. For the number one reason is I love to help people go through, I love to help people get through anything that you or they go through or have also been through. Because unfortunately, yes, past can and does sneak up on us all. And yes, it's some more than others, true. But it depends on what you go through. It depends on what your past was like. It depends on, what you're going through now. So with that said, if you're going through something and you want to talk about it, tell me. I encourage you to talk about it. Whatever that may be that you're going through. Especially if it's something or some things that you have a rough time with. One, I'm going to listen. Two, if I'm not already subscribed to your YouTube channel, and I see that you have a YouTube channel, when I reply to your comments, I will subscribe to your YouTube channel. And I promise you that. So keep that in mind when you're talking to anyone. You only know someone's name, not their story. You only know someone's name. Like I said, not the story. Especially if you're talking to someone and they tell you they have a certain disability. Like I've told you, with me, I was born with spina bifida. Mine is level 1, just to affect my balance. That's all, and that's why I'm in a wheelchair. But that goes for any disability, anybody with a disability, because some disabilities are physical, where you can actually see it. In other words, like you'll see somebody on a walker or even on crutches or even in a wheelchair. And at first you think, what happened here? And nothing happens. That's just how that person or persons was born. And that's what they have to deal with. But just like you, the person that's walking, we're just the same as everyone else. And I'm going to say it this way, because I've honestly had this happen as well to me. When someone walking, says something to another person that's walking, it makes sense, that person, both persons are heard. But it seems like, and again, I've noticed this, and again, I'm not pointing fingers at nobody, because there are a lot of people that still see you as one of them, 100% human being, and that's exactly what you are, 100% human being. They're 100% different, but 100% just right about you. As someone like myself who's also in a wheelchair, as you can see, I'm getting out. I can get out of the wheelchair. But as someone in a wheelchair, we say something about something, whatever the case that may be. And a lot of times it'll go in one ear or right out the other. One ear goes in one ear, right out the other ear. Especially when you're talking to somebody. Especially when you're sitting down in a wheelchair and you talk to somebody that's, walking. It seems like, to me, it felt like, or has felt like, anything you say goes in one ear, right out the other. And honestly, yes, it sucks to even say that. But with that said, again, we are all, each and every one of us are all 100% human. With a 100% different, also 100% true story about us. Like I say, yes, I'm making this a working paying job for the number one reason. I love to help people through anything that you go through or also have been through. Like I said, if you're new here and you haven't, please hit that subscribe button. I would definitely appreciate it. Till then, keep going, keep being you. Because when if you hit that subscribe button, I will subscribe back to you. Especially if I see that you have a YouTube channel yourself. And I know a lot of people that have, that have subscribed to me have a YouTube channel, but they don't have any subscribers. Well, you've got one subscriber now. So keep going, keep being you, keep smiling, and let's get it.